The mic was muted. It's absolutely ridiculous and strange. Here you go. Here you go. The mic is now working. The mic is now working. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We start again. I clicked on the mic to mute the mic before I started the show, and it was kind of strange, to be honest with you. It's kind of strange. Like I clicked on the market. Donut. Someone said absolute donut. Of course, of a YouTuber right there, right here. Absolute donut of a YouTuber here, right there. You know, hit that like button. I bottled it. I bottled it like what Inter did in the final of the Champions League. Humiliated 5-0, of course. So hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are here. We're talking about Viktor Gyökeres. And let me repeat what I said because you didn't hear me. The same reports that have said that Viktor Gyökeres, that's come from Portugal, wants to move to Arsenal, are the same people that actually reporting that maybe Liverpool have entered the race and they already spoken to Viktor Gyökeres. That is just one day after it was reported from Fabrizio Romano, from Devo Cop and other people that Liverpool have entered the race to actually try to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle, and they have the funds, and maybe the Newcastle deal is shut down and they're keeping their tabs and they're keeping their options open by speaking to Viktor Gyökeres. Hit the like button if you are here. 260 people in the house and we just starting the show. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you are new, we're on the way. I actually have to repeat, we're on the way to actually, if I'm not mistaken, we are on the way to 35,000 subscribers. We're less than 75 subs, 60 subs away to 35,000 subscribers. You guys have been amazing. The Footy Judge Mo community have been great. And I want to ask you something. Do you like the videos that I've been releasing lately? Is it better than the live streams? I know the live streams have been great and everything, but do you guys like the videos I've been releasing lately about Arsenal, about Liverpool, about Man United, sometimes about Man City? Yes or no in the chat. Hit the like button, people, in the chat. And subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course. I want to start by one thing, actually, before we actually go on and do this video. Based on Fabrizio Romano, Richard Hughes have absolutely said that no Premier League club is ready for what we are coming up with next season. I believe genuinely that Richard Hughes, they're not playing. Liverpool are not playing. Liverpool are adamant to actually retain the title, signing Wirtz, Frimpong, Gyökeres, and they are in for a striker. There are the news, of course, that is reported that Liverpool, that Núñez are about to complete the move to Napoli in Italy for 45 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons. That means that Liverpool now are going to be in for a striker. For Chelsea, the news that are coming from Chelsea, of course, is that Gyökeres is still on the radar. And Gyökeres, it's up to Chelsea, of course, to sign Gyökeres for 65 million euros. And it's all up to Chelsea at the current moment. We'll talk about Chelsea in a bit. Send your questions in if you want any questions. Appreciate all the support. Try to get your questions. Try to get your comments in. We're going to try to interact with the comments as well. So I want to hear your questions. I want to hear what you guys think. There are news about Arsenal. Of course, Nørgaard. Does that mean that Thomas Partey is actually out of the door already and they submitted a bid already for Nørgaard? I'm going to tell you what I think about Nørgaard. Good signing or bad signing. The Kepa deal has been finalized today for Arsenal. A masterclass by Arsenal. That Kepa for 5 million. I'm going to repeat again. As I said earlier, this month that I think that the Kepa deal from Chelsea to Arsenal is a very, very good deal for both Chelsea and Arsenal. But I believe that Arsenal have done the right thing to get a backup goalkeeper like Kepa, Spanish as well, to Arsenal for 5 million. You cannot get better than this. I know that a lot of people want to banter, of course, Arsenal for this. About the Kepa news and about Arsenal having Kepa for 5 million. I genuinely think it's a very, very good deal for Arsenal. And if you want to make fun of them for the banter aside, it's a super and a very, very good deal for Arsenal. Mbeumo has actually agreed to join Manchester United, as it's reported by Alex Crook and actually Ben Jacobs, that it's about 60 million pounds plus for Mbeumo. That's a very good signing for Man United. You pay what you have to pay to get your deal on. For the people that want to speak about, but I want to start with Liverpool. It's actually all connected, in my opinion. It's all connected. The Arsenal deals and the Liverpool deals, they're all connected. You know what I mean? Like, it's now up to who's going to sign Viktor Gyökeres next season. If people want to start with Mbeumo, I'm just going to start right away with Mbeumo before we go on to the Viktor Gyökeres news, before we go on to the Nørgaard news and actually compare Nørgaard to Thomas Partey and see what they offer differently to each other and how is Nørgaard going to add to the Arsenal squad. I think it's a very good addition to Arsenal as well. For 11 million euros is not a lot. But just let's start with Mbeumo. I genuinely believe for Man United fans, they should be so excited about this move. For Mbeumo, him and Cunha are bowlers. They're absolutely great. They play behind the striker. Now it's up to Man United to get both of them in front of them, the striker that they need to actually create that front line. We know earlier that they were in for Viktor Gyökeres, but Viktor Gyökeres prefers a move to a team that plays Champions League football next season. And I genuinely think that Mbeumo with Cunha, whoever the striker is going to be for Man United, that actually will give Amorim a platform to actually execute his plan and play very good. And I like Mbeumo. I'm actually excited about seeing Man United next season. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm excited about watching Man United under Amorim next season. Do I want them to succeed? I don't have any affiliation with them. I don't like Man United, but as I said earlier and as I said all along on this channel, I am someone who likes to be fair and likes to be, especially when a solo shows, I like to be fair about clubs. I like to actually state an opinion that I believe on. There is no agendas here. There is no agendas, and I believe that Mbeumo, Cunha will actually, along with Amad Diallo, depending on who they sign in the midfield, looks like Casemiro might go to Saudi Arabia, and they might go for Ederson from Atalanta, Ederson with Bruno Fernandes, or Ederson with Ugarte, along with Cunha and Mbeumo. That will actually be very, very, very good for them. There is the Spurs news about Wesa, but that is when it's confirmed. But it is confirmed that Mbeumo will be joining Manchester United. If you're a Man United fan, I genuinely believe that you should be so excited about it. As I am, even I'm not a rival, but I'm excited about watching Mbeumo join the Manchester club, the Red Devils, Manchester United. I want to see what he does. For Chelsea, as it is reported, Gittens, the talks have been taking place between Dortmund and Chelsea, 65 million euros. I'm just going to be completely honest with Chelsea fans. That is a lot of money for someone that is unproven. And I stated yesterday on the show that maybe the owners are actually avoiding the pressure of a must challenge. I genuinely believe that 65 million euros, they might be good for a young player, but I believe that the 65 million euros need to be spent on someone that is more experienced. If they actually are genuine about challenging this season, I know that they don't want to challenge this season, but I really believe that Chelsea have all the weapons to challenge this season, this coming season, if they add the right ones, and if they spend the money wisely. But it doesn't look like they are spending the money wisely. They need to spend the money on someone more experienced. Gittens isn't bad at all as a player, but in my opinion, as I stated before, Chelsea are avoiding the pressure that is on them. I think because if Chelsea, and I'm just going to say that about Chelsea, if Chelsea are signing experienced players, I genuinely think that there will be pressures from media, because their excuse at the current moment is that we sign young players. We're building a squad for the future. But Caicedo is young, but not very young. Enzo Fernandez is young, but he won the World Cup. Cole Palmer, this will be his third season in the Premier League for Chelsea. Colwell, this will be his fourth season in the Premier League, because he spent 1 in Brighton, 2 at Chelsea. Now it's going to be his fourth season. So I genuinely believe that Chelsea should sign experience now, because the team is coming to fruition. The players are coming to fruition, and Chelsea should be able to sign experienced player to actually go for the title. How long are we going to keep saying that Chelsea have a young squad? This is the time now. Some of your players have been there for years. Reece James won the Champions League with Chelsea. Cucurella have won the Euros, and he has been for years in the Premier League. He's a Spanish international. You have players that are already. Neto has been in the league for a while. It is up to you now to sign the missing pieces for your club to go and challenge for the Premier League. But you refuse, your owners refuse to actually do this. They are giving Chelsea fans like David, like Shez, like Don, they are giving them excuses to sit down on shows and talk to people like us, Terry, Osam, and everyone, and Lewis, and all the Chelsea people. They are giving them excuses for not challenging. Oh, we're young, we're coming next season, maybe the season after, we're building a team for 2027. Broski, you can genuinely use the 65 million euros to sign more experienced players for you to challenge for the title. But you are absolutely choosing not to. And you are I'm the shell guy. I am the shell guy that sits there. I'm being completely honest. If this is my team, I want my owners to spend the money on experienced wingers. Go and get Semenyo. Go and try to get Ede. Go and try to get players that will push the squad to the next level. Not sign Gittens. Not rely on Estevao. Maybe Estevao is coming in. But everyone is going to talk about Chelsea. Oh, they have a young players. Estevao needs time. Gittens needs time. This guy, Delap needs time. Delap is a great signing for 30 million. But you can go and buy other players. You can go and sell Jackson. You can try to sign Mbeumo. You could have tried. to sign Mbeumo, but you chose not to. You know what I mean? You could try to go and sign. Manyan is on the market, but Chelsea refused to actually go and sign Manyan. You don't want to pay the money for Mike Manyan. Why not? Why not Mike Manyan? Why sticking to Sanchez and Jurgensen? Why? It's a choice. You have a right back and a full back that is ready to compete. You have a midfield that you say it's one of the best in the league. And I am, Footy Judge Mo, keep saying that this midfield is one of the best in the league. Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo, along with Lavia. Now you have Andre Santos, who you believe is one of the best players in the league. In League On. He came to your club. Why not go? And you know what I mean? Inject some experience at the club to try to actually challenge for the league next season. I'm not saying win it, but be in the mix. Be in the mix. You know what I mean? Forget that system talk and all this talk about a system here and a system there. Broski, you sign the players and you adapt to them to actually try to challenge for the league. Why you're leaving the experienced players to other clubs? That is my belief. That is my belief. Go and try to sign. Listen, I am not a scout. There are other people that are paid thousands and hundreds of thousands at Chelsea to scout wingers and strikers and players and a center back that is experienced. You are 4 players from actually having a very good team that can challenge. 4 players, you know. You can sign a winger, a center back, a goalkeeper, and maybe even stick to the lap. And your team is very good. I'm not going to give you examples, right? I'm not going to give you examples, but it's up to you to actually do this. You know what I mean? It is up to you to do this. By the way, LB1998 is saying, look at J Carlos _ City, City J Carlos _ Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Thank you so much for the first super chat of the stream. Really appreciate you. Let's see, J Carlos _ I don't know who's that, but J Claros. And I don't know who's that, broski. Jose Claros. Okay, Jose Claros is here. Okay, Manchester City. Wow. Let's see. Let's translate this to see what is going on here. Translate the post. Manchester City has reactivated contact for Rodrigo goes. After the Club World Cup ends, there will be an approach with Real Madrid to explore the possibility of reaching an agreement and attempting to sign him. Pep Guardiola has given the okay and is interested in having him in the squad. That is fair. With this news, that Liverpool make contact for Viktor Gyökeres signing, according to reports from Portugal. Liverpool have reportedly begun showing interest in Viktor Gyökeres. I'm going to tell you why this makes a lot of sense. And let's go there. Let's go and talk about it. I'm going to tell you why this makes a lot of sense. But before we go on and do this, can we get the likes up a little bit? We have over 500 people, about 600 people in the house, and we're only on 130 likes. We need to get to 300 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm going to say this, right? Guys, hit the like button underneath the live chat and actually subscribe. I'm going to say this, right? I have been very vocal about why Arsenal need to do the business quicker. Because now Liverpool are actually talking about signing a striker. And the reason why Liverpool are targeting a striker, it is very simple. Because Napoli are about to go for Núñez. So there will be a empty spot for Liverpool. Right? There will be an empty spot. Let's just play the game here. Let's all talk about the game and play the game. If Liverpool offload Darwin Núñez, right? No, I'm gonna talk about City in a bit. But I wanted to start with Gyokeres and why it makes a lot of sense for Liverpool to go for Viktor Gyökeres. Liverpool are gonna target a striker. We all know this, right? We all know this. Is it gonna be Isak? maybe Isak is going to be the first target, right? Maybe Isak is going to be the first target. They're going to try to tempt Newcastle with a mega offer. But it is reported as well that Newcastle don't want to sell. That Newcastle don't want to sell Isak. Okay? That Newcastle are going to try to make Isak the highest paid player in the history of the club of Newcastle. Okay? Now, Liverpool, they cannot go next season without a striker. They need to have a striker. That striker has to be one of Cisco, Gyokeres, and who else is a striker on the market? Ritugi. Now, Liverpool are going to target the striker. There were early talks earlier in the summer about Liverpool inquiring about Viktor Gyökeres. Arsenal at the current moment don't want to pay the valuation for Viktor Gyökeres. Right? There is Ikitiki as well. Thank you, Fonzie. There is Ikitiki as well. But I'm going to ask every single Liverpool fan in the chat. I'm going to ask every single fan in the chat. Quickly. Who's better? Gyökeres for £60 million or Ikitiki for £75 million? Even if the money is equal, who would you prefer at your club? Gyökeres or Ikitiki? You give me one name in the chat. For me, I prefer Gyökeres. And Liverpool are not idiots. They're not stupid. Right? Some journalists, TNT, some people, Gyökeres is much better than Ikitiki. Liverpool are not idiots. They are playing the chess. Right? Osimhen deal is still on the table. But would you prefer? I'm genuinely talking that Liverpool will need a striker. Who do you think they're going to go for? Ikitiki or Gyökeres? I believe they might go for Gyökeres. If Arsenal doesn't trigger the Gyökeres deal and Arsenal don't get him, maybe Liverpool will actually try to get Viktor Gyökeres. Why not? Right? Why not? Right? Why not? I genuinely, like someone said, Smith Mehta here is saying, Mo is begging for anything to chat about. Yes, I am begging for anything to chat about. Gyökeres ain't going for Liverpool, forcing a debate. Yes, because I wake up in the morning and I am footy judge Mo. I literally, by the way, I tell the people in Portugal, by the way, release the news because footy judge Mo wants to have a show today and he wants to talk about Viktor Gyökeres to Liverpool. Yes. Footy judge Mo in the morning, talk to the people at Man City and say, please, put the news that you're interested in Rodrigo. We want to talk about it. Footy judge Mo actually does this. You know, that's my job. In the morning, I wake up every day and I actually talk to the people. In Portugal, I talk to the people in Manchester, I talk to the people in Spain, and I tell them, guys, Footy judge Mo, I really want to do content today. And they ask me, Mo, what do you want to talk about? It's like, can we actually leak some news about Viktor Gyökeres being linked to Liverpool? Can you leak a little bit of news about Rodrigo targeted by City? Yes, please guys, do that so I can talk about it. Can you actually report that Man United are paying 60 million for Mbeumo? And you know what? Yesterday I woke up and I literally said to Lewis Steele, Broski, can you really tweet about Isak to Liverpool? Can you tweet about that? I want you to tweet about it so we can talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. That's what I do in the morning. That's my job. And then I release videos and I do lives and you, Smith, come here and tell me I'm forcing a debate. Absolutely. That's what I do in the morning. You know, I wake up and I did a little bit. I talk to Osam. I talk to my wife. What do we talk about today? Let's talk about how do we force a debate? What about Chelsea? Can we force a debate about Chelsea? Can we tell them that they're not in for? I talk to Ornstein as well. You know what I mean? I tell Ornstein, can you talk about Nørgaard to Arsenal? Because I want to talk about it on my shows. And Ornstein just goes and tweets about it. That's what I do. Literally, that's what I do every day. That's my job. You know, I'm a YouTuber. That's what I do in the morning. Every fucking day I do this. I do this for a living, bro. I am someone who creates that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, broski. Broski, that's fucking weird, bro. Like, I'm literally showing you the reports from Portugal that it's not Mo, bro. I am here just to talk about it. Like, seriously, broski. Seriously. Oh, my God. I talk, bro, like, literally, we talk. You know what? It's not only me. I talk to Terry, I talk to Staffy, I talk to the rest. And then we, like, talk about it, and we actually force debate. Oh, how can we rile up our chats today? How can we do this? Oh, let's leak. Let's tell the guys, the journalists, you know, and we find one of us that speaks Portuguese, maybe North Side, and we tell him, can you call people in Portugal and tell them to tweet about this? Can you leak something? Can you leak something about Gyökeres to Liverpool? Bro, fuck off. Fucking doing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, wallahi al-azim, Aaron, I don't make any videos. I don't make any forced videos. I never sat here without showing you on my left, right here, the news that I'm talking about. I never do. I never invent shit. I never talk about shit. Do I believe that this is happening? Might not. Do I believe that Liverpool are in for Gyökeres? I don't know. I'm not fucking an ITK. I just talk about what is being tweeted. Aaron. Literally. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's my fucking job. You know bad. Fucking weird, broski. So fucking weird. Anyway. Fonzie. Fluid front three, Ekitike, pure goal scorer, Gyökeres. I genuinely believe that because you have Wirtz and you have Salah, Gyökeres as a box striker might be very good. And Gyökeres is not only a box striker, he does other things as well. Like, he's someone that does other things as well. I know that Viktor Gyökeres plays in Portugal, and I know that he is not, it's not like the Bundesliga, not like Ekitike, but again, I know that you're traumatized by the Darwin Núñez transfer, and you're not, maybe Liverpool are not going to go to Portugal to get a striker again. But again, the market is not the greatest at the current moment for strikers, and you might go for Viktor Gyökeres. I believe that is the case. But I'm going to go back to Arsenal. Big up, Mo, your honest opinion, highly appreciated. Thank you so much for this. Appreciate you. Bro, I have an opinion. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a news reporter. I don't have any insight at the club. I don't know nobody. I know no one. I'm just a guy on YouTube that talks about the news and see if they fit the club or don't fit the club. That's what I talk about. That is my job. Tevin, thank you, Tevin, for being here. Always been a supporter for the channel. Always great debating with you. I had a lot of discussions with you on camera as well. I think what we're seeing is clubs trying to force a bidding war as well. There could be genuine interest as well. You never know. Teams like to play chess. That is a very fair opinion. See, someone is actually presenting an opinion, but it might be people from Sporting Lisbon leaking the news, trying to force Arsenal to move quickly and accept the valuation that they have. That is very good. Absolutely. That is great talk by Tevin, but it might be genuine news. And I'm going to tell you what if it's genuine news? What if Liverpool are now having the go ahead from Napoli for Darwin Núñez, and they have the money? Oh, right? Genuinely, I'm just presenting an opinion here. What if Liverpool have the funds to go for Isak, but they want to keep the door open for another striker to come in case the bid for Isak gets rejected right away and they can't force the move by Isak? Liverpool cannot go next season with only Jota as a striker if they sell Darwin Núñez. They need to get a striker. What if, which is, by the way, all the ifs that I'm saying are very probable, because it's said that Isak to Liverpool is possible, but it is not probable. So most likely Isak will stay at Newcastle, but Liverpool will tempt them, will sit at the table and try to get something going. You know what I mean? So what if Ekitike, what if Frankfurt insist on the valuation of 100 million euros for Ekitike as they told Chelsea? Liverpool at the current moment need to have their options open. And that is what I mean by Arsenal might need to act quicker. You know what I mean? Might need to act quicker and might need to do that, because once Liverpool sit at the table and try to get Gyökeres, the price will go up. You know what I mean? The price will go a little bit up because they might. By the way, Liverpool have a history of trying to hijack players. Remember, when Liverpool waited for Lavia, waited, and tried to hijack Caicedo. It didn't work out. I never said it worked out. But what if they offer more? And Viktor Gyökeres is open to join Liverpool. And he's convinced about, by the way, Liverpool can offer Gyökeres something that Arsenal can offer him as well, which is the starting position as the main striker for the club. What if he's tempted to play with Salah and Wirtz? What if he's tempted to play for Arne Slot? It's very simple. See, that is the reality. And as Justin is saying here, Newcastle are ready to offer Alexander Isak a big wage to keep him at the club. So Liverpool are not idiots. They're not only going to negotiate for Isak. They need to keep their options high, right? They need to keep their options open. And one of the things is that Ekitike, Gyökeres, Osimhen as well. That is the point. But yeah, now let's not talk about it. It's actually fucking crazy. It's actually crazy. Guys, there's over 700 people here and we're only on 150 likes. Can we get, I'm gonna actually challenge you to get to 400 likes live. I need 400 likes live for this show. Listen, I'm not staying for long because I have straight facts with Terry and Hussam after this. So let's get the likes up to 400 at least. Right? Let's go. What if Isak is going to stay at Newcastle as waiting for Barcelona next season? That's a very possible thing that can happen in the market. You know what I mean? Why have you deleted? Lorenzo, why have you deleted? Why? Lorenzo didn't say anything, Soraida, for you to delete his comments. He's just stating his opinion, Soraida. There is no reason for you to delete his comments, Soraida. Come on now. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't say anything bad. Is he spamming? He's not spamming. I see one comment in front of me. One of the other things that Arsenal have done today, if you want to talk about Arsenal as well, is as Ornstein has said. David Ornstein has said that Arsenal exploring a deal for Christian Nørgaard from Brentford. A proposal has been already presented for the 31-year-old midfielder, 11 million, and waiting. Brentford replied, Denmark International. That means that Thomas Partey might be out of the window. And I went ahead and compared. I went ahead and already compared Thomas Partey to Nørgaard. And they look so different. Look at the difference between Nørgaard and Thomas Partey. I'm going to try to compare them as DMs. You know what I mean? As DMs. Let's see. See the difference between Thomas Partey and Christian Nørgaard. One of the things that Thomas Partey does better than Nørgaard is the pass completion, because Nørgaard play in a team that doesn't complete a lot of passes, which is Brentford. They play on the transition. Is this a guy that actually can do a job for Arsenal as a DM? Absolutely. Every time I'm watching Nørgaard, he's a good. Yes, Mo is a Jorginho replacement, but you have to understand, you signed Zubimendi, James. to be the starter DM. Now, Thomas Partey is the Jorginho replacement. If Thomas Partey leaves, you need to sign a player to replace that because you have an empty spot as a backup DM. I think it's a good deal for 11 million euros. I don't think why people are making fun of Arsenal. Liverpool signed Endo for a backup DM. I genuinely believe that Nørgaard is a good backup for Zubimendi. Yes. Okay. Zubimendi is Partey replacement. Now you need to sign someone. Okay. Let me explain to you because maybe you don't understand the situation. Jorginho left. You signed Zubimendi to be the starting DM for your club. So basically, Zubimendi came on and he's the starter. Now, Thomas Partey already demoted to be the bench player for Arsenal, the backup. Now, Thomas Partey is about to leave. Now, who do you sign to replace Thomas Partey is Nørgaard. Because if Thomas Partey stays, you're not signing anyone. How are people so thick sometimes? Habibi, Saman, Habibi. You signed Zubimendi. Now, Thomas Partey, you're not signing Zubimendi to be a bench player. You're signing Zubimendi to have Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard. Thomas Partey is getting demoted to be the Jorginho replacement. If Thomas Partey stays, you're not going to go and sign Nørgaard. Now that Thomas Partey doesn't want to renew the contract, you need to sign a replacement because he's leaving. You already signed the starting DM in Zubimendi. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's simple. It's so simple. Alhamdulillah for everyone that is here. Guys, I hope that Saman, that answered your Zubimendi is Partey replacement. Yes, Zubimendi is Partey replacement, but Partey stays at the club. Oh my God. Anyway, that is the comparison as a DM. It looks like Nørgaard can do. I am starving. I'm hungry, broski. Like, seriously. But yes, I think that is a very good signing for Arsenal. Nørgaard. Partey's gone, and that's why. Okay, so Denzel, Partey's gone. What is Nørgaard's job at Arsenal? Right? What is a Nørgaard's job? Is it a backup midfield, a backup DM? Yes, it's a backup DM. So basically, you want to say Zubimendi is Partey's replacement and Nørgaard is Jorginho's replacement. Fine. It's okay. Let's go. No. Rice midfield is technically mid, but you have Nørgaard as a backup. It's fine. I think he's a very good. Why do my problem with this is that, and I gotta be honest with you guys, there is a lot of people that make fun of Arsenal for signing, like Nørgaard, for example, right? I genuinely believe that it's just banter. Wallahi, to be honest with you, I believe it's banter. Like, so they signed Zubimendi. Zubimendi is coming in. He's one of the players that Liverpool fans wanted. Everyone wanted Zubimendi. Everyone wanted Zubimendi. Real Madrid wanted Zubimendi. So Arsenal signed Zubimendi. He's a starter. Partey is about to leave. So they signed Nørgaard. People, you're signing Nørgaard. You're signing a Brentford player. No, they are not. They are signing a backup player that is a starter for Brentford. That's a very good signing. But people make fun of Arsenal because of the banter. He didn't come in here to start. He didn't go into the Emirates to be the starter week in, week out. But people, you're signing Kepa, but he's not starting. But Kepa is not coming in to start. Is Kepa better than Neto that they had as a backup for Raya? Yes. But everyone, Chelsea reject. You signed Chelsea reject. £5 million for a backup goalkeeper is a very good job. 11 million euros for a backup DM that has Premier League experience, it's a good deal. But let's laugh at Arsenal. They are signing Nørgaard, but they're not signing Nørgaard to start. Let's sit and shows and absolutely make fun of Arsenal. You must sign Zubimendi and you must go to Man City and get Rodri as backup. That's how you should do business. Ha ha, yes. But fuck off. I was like, what is this shit? Backup DM. Backup DM is Nørgaard is very good. Cheap, good option, physical, played in the Premier League, good player. They signed Zubimendi, great option, Nørgaard. Like, it's fucking weird. But let's make fun of Arsenal. They are going for Nørgaard. Yeah, I may have some shame. Do you guys see how silly that is? Do you guys see how silly the argument is? That you make fun of Arsenal for signing Nørgaard where he's a backup? I don't support Arsenal. I'm being actually genuine and serious about this. It's like if Liverpool sign Hijack as a forward and they sell Jota and they go sign a backup player to come in when they need, like any backup player that starting for a mid-table team. Okay, that's very good. That's a very good signing. Yeah, Habibi, 11. Here you go. Here comes the comments that just want to be edgy. They are negotiating for forwards, right? This is a market opportunity that is there because Thomas Partey is leaving, right? So they are going about, they are trying to negotiate Sesko, they are trying to negotiate Gyokeres, and at the same time, they're going to try to sign a backup, a market opportunity in Nørgaard. That is very good signing. Transfers work in different lines. Transfer work in different avenues. It's very good. They are trying to sign a striker. They are trying to sign a striker. That is the thing. Here you go. Wallahi, people want to banter and they don't want to be close. Listen, I said before, if I do a solo show, I'm going to try to be logical. Like, I'm just going to try to be logical. If you want to banter and do the stuff, you can do the banter. Right? It is fine. It's okay. Ya Allah. Like it's just ridiculous at this point. Like, can we have one show where we actually talk to each other like seriously one time? Like, why are people like this, broski? Why are people like this? It's ridiculous. Mo, you already know if they sign a striker first, they would be complaining they haven't signed any midfield depth. It's a loss. It's a lose-lose situation. The problem is rivals are getting dragged into this Fonzie. Like, rivals do this. Oh, let's make fun of Arsenal. It's ridiculous. Anyway, sometimes I feel like I'm trying to do a solo show where I speak genuinely honest, and people just don't want to hear it. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, Hanat Hassan. I think he's a very good backup for Arsenal. I genuinely believe he's a very good backup for Arsenal. And I believe Kepa is a very good backup for Arsenal as well. Very, very good backup for Arsenal. For 5 million, that's nothing. They are trying to get Rodrigo. They are trying to get Gyokeres. Are they slow? Are we criticizing them? Yes. We need to criticize Arsenal. They need to criticize Arsenal for not going quickly for a striker. 100%. 100%. That's reality. It's not bad. But let's go back to the actual other news as well. Oh my God. Mo, you even look like Arteta. Yeah, I am. By the way, Arteta's not a good-looking guy, and I don't want to be looking like Arteta. I don't like people telling me I look like Arteta. His face is Lego head. My face is a little bit round, so I don't want to look like Arteta. Okay? Thank you so much for the super chat, but I don't want to look like Arteta. He's not good-looking. People that say he's good-looking are just people that are Arteta sexuals. He's not good-looking. I don't want to be like Arteta. I don't look like him. I don't want to look like him. He's not. I don't want to look like him. Don't say that to my wife. I don't want to look like Arteta. I don't. And anyway, I know it's supposed to be a compliment, but I don't want to look like Arteta. Honestly, I'm not even like, listen, I'm not even fixing my hair. I didn't even shave my beard, and I look like this. Arteta spends like 2 hours in the with the hairdresser, fixes his hair before the game, does makeup, shave his beard and everything, and he looks like this. Have some shame and decorum. What are people talking about Arteta? Anyway, I'm a distant cousin. Anyway, long story short, I don't have the same hair. Arteta's hair is all the way to here. I have a big forehead. I'm definitely smarter than Arteta. He can get half my degree. I'm definitely smarter than him. 100%. 100% I'm smarter than him. That's it. Can get half my degree. Roski. Anyway, what I want to hear what people think about this, about Richard Hughes telling Liverpool, telling the Premier League clubs, what is he talking about? What is Liao's link? Where is that? Liao to who? Can you tell me Liao to who? Liao to who? There you go, Liao. Okay. Rafael Liao. There we go. Rafael Liao. Rafael Liao is wearing Thierry Henry's shirt. Yes. See? Let's now sit down and say that Liao is joining Arsenal. Yes. Look at this. Rafael Liao is joining Arsenal. Yes. Yeah, because he wore a shirt that is saying Arsenal great. Yes. Yes. I don't know what is the shit. Ya Ammi, wallahi, there's nothing about Liao Arsenal. Liao Arsenal. All about the freaking shirt. Liao Arsenal. Yes. He's wearing a shirt. So he's joining Arsenal now. Ya Ammi ba'a. Rafael Liao to Arsenal discuss. There's no news. There are no links. There are no links for Liao joining Arsenal. It's nothing. Like, see, it's nothing. There is nothing. There is no news about Liao joining Arsenal. No shirt. It's a $20 shirt. And we're talking about Liao joining Arsenal. There are no news. There are no links lately. There are no news coming from Italy that Arsenal have inquired about Liao. There is nothing. Him wearing an Arsenal shirt means nothing. Frimpong wore an Arsenal shirt means nothing. Nothing. Anyway, Piers Morgan joining Arsenal. Anyway, long story short. But this is the news that people were talking about yesterday. I actually released a video about it. You know what I mean? I actually released a video about it. And listen, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I'm not sure if they're going to sign Isak or not, but it looks like they're going to actually try to submit a bid. Newcastle are worried about the bid, and that is the reality. But you deserve a little bit of a timeout. Can someone time out this person? Can someone time out this person? I'm tired of you. You've had your time. You can watch now without commenting. But long story short, if Isak doesn't happen and this guy leaves, now Liverpool are going to try to get Gyökeres. Simply. Simple as that. Why aren't Arsenal moving quickly? You know what I mean? Why aren't Arsenal moving quickly? Arsenal need to move quickly for Gyökeres in case other people try to hijack the deal. That is my opinion as well. What the fuck is wrong with this fly, bro? If Newcastle doesn't sell and they don't want to sell and Isak doesn't force the move because he respects Newcastle, Liverpool will turn their attention to Ekitike and Gyökeres. Can I ask you guys something for real? Do we think Gyökeres, and hear me out, do you think Gyökeres is going to get more goals at Arsenal or Liverpool? I want you guys to genuinely tell me this. Is Gyökeres going to get more goals at Arsenal next season if he joins or Liverpool? Which one? Can you guys let me know in the chat what you guys think? Genuinely. Arsenal. People are saying Liverpool. Why? I want to know your opinion. Why? Is it because Vert? Is it because Salah create a lot of chances? Who's creating chances? Saka create chances. But if there is Rodrigo, if Rodrigo joins Arsenal, I think that is Rodrigo and Saka create a lot of chances. Odegaard might go back to his best. I actually can't tell. There is McAllister as well. I actually can't tell. Where? I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think if he joins Arsenal, he scores more goals than Liverpool. And I have an explanation for it. Because Arsenal will cater to Gyökeres. Liverpool still have Salah. And Salah is still there. And Salah is going to be the guy who might score the most goals at Liverpool again. You know what I mean? Like if Arsenal get Gyökeres, they will actually create chances for him. At Liverpool, they will create chances for him, but Salah is still the goal scorer. Saka is going to turn into a player that creates a lot. You know what I mean? If they get Rodrigo as well, he will create a lot for them. That is my point. Because Salah, and I'm going to tell you something, Salah doesn't settle. Salah, all his career, doesn't settle to be the creator only. Salah wants to score a lot of goals. He wants to score a lot of goals. He creates, yes, but Salah is someone that likes to score. He looks for the goal and then he looks to create. Right? So I believe that actually he will score more goals at Arsenal. If he joins Arsenal, he might score about 30 plus goals. If he joins Liverpool, goals might be 25 Salah, 25 Gyökeres or 20 Gyökeres. Wirtz might get 10 goals or something. It doesn't matter who gets the left winger. That is my belief. That Gyökeres is not going to be the centerpiece of Liverpool. But if Gyökeres joins Arsenal, he's the centerpiece of Arsenal. You get my point? Same as when Haaland joined Man City. Everyone was catering to Haaland. At Liverpool, Salah doesn't cater to anyone. Salah is about the guy to actually score goals as well. If Ali's saying about Isak, even Isak, Salah doesn't settle to anyone. Salah doesn't play second fiddle to anyone. And I applaud him for this. Salah is someone who always wants to be the guy to score. And I applaud him. It's actually a very good trait for Salah as well. Very good trait for Salah. That he's always direct and wants to score. He creates a lot. I'm giving you. He creates one of the most creative players in the league. I get it. But he also scores a lot of goals. Right? You know what I mean? Salah never, ever played second fiddle to Mane. Never, ever happened. It never happened. Penalties, Salah takes. You know, Salah takes set pieces until it takes like free kicks sometimes. So no, I believe Salah is always going to be. I'm not saying he's not I'm not saying he's selfish. Salah is not selfish. But Salah likes to score a lot of goals. That is what he does. You know what I mean? Guys, I'm about to end the show. Wallahi, I'm being genuinely serious. You think I say on solo shows I don't troll? Does people tell, have you seen me ever troll? That is my opinion. You can debate me about my opinion. You can argue my opinion. You can genuinely tell me that my opinion is wrong. But that is how I see the difference. Saka can be way more creative. Salah is always going to be 50% creator, 50% goal scorer. Saka can turn into 80% creator and 20% goal scorer. Saka can turn into someone that will score like 5-6 goals a season and actually have like 15 to 20 assists next season. Score like 6-7 goals and create like 20 goals or 18 goals. Salah is always going to be the guy that score goals. You can debate my opinion. Big up Mookie for being here. Big up Mookie for being here. I believe that is what happens. You know what I mean? For clubs. That is my opinion. Read my comment. Okay. Why do I have to read your comment? Why are you so special though? I'm going to read your comment. But why are you so special? Why do you think you're so special? Well, let me read your comment because we respect all the people in the chat. Why Mohamed Salah is hated is just nonsense to me. He has never even had a bad season by a good player standards. His worst Liverpool season was when he had almost 41 GA. I'm going to tell you why Salah is hated. Because Salah disappears at the end of the season. You know what I mean? That is why he's hated. And people don't like Salah aesthetically. That is why he's hated. The reason why Salah is hated is very simple. Because people don't like him aesthetically. Aesthetically, they don't like him. That is why. I answered your question. Thank you so much for your comment and your contribution. Thank you so much. Because people like the aesthetically pleasing players. Right? They like the aesthetically pleasing player. Can we get the likes to 4? I'm gonna, guys, 70 like, less 70 likes away to 400. We still have 700 people here. Let's get the likes to 400 before I end the show. Guys, let's get like the like button is free. It's underneath your live chat. So hit the like button. It's simple. It doesn't cost you a penny. Hit the like button. And let's get to 400 likes in the next 5 minutes. Right? Hit the like button. And because he's Egyptian, let's not pretend that's fair enough. If Salah was English, they would have, Broski, they would have absolutely said he's the best player in the world at some point. But yeah. Yeah. If he's Brazilian and English, they would have said, oh, he's fantastic. He's fantastic. 37 GA, fair enough. Sam. Fair enough. Let's get the likes up, guys, to 400. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Let's get the likes up a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna release a video later. Turn on the notification bell. How many subscribers do we have here? Let's get the subscription. Oh, that's very good. We got 30 more subscribers. Let's get the 40 subscribers. You know the like. If we get 400 likes, wallahi, we can get more. I can get to 35 by the end of today. If you hit the like button and you get me to 400 likes, let's go. Hit the like button underneath your live chat. Anyway, I'm gonna end the show before we go to the football terrace for straight facts, people. Before straight facts, like the video before you leave. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel, sending super chats. I will see you guys tomorrow on Straight Facts First. And we are out of here, people.